Dear friends of the Tom Photo channel, and greetings to all new viewers. If you own a slightly older Fujifilm mirrorless camera, chances are good that you also own a Fujinon XC 16-50mm f3.5 to 5.6 OIS zoom lens, or at least you have considered this lens. This lens was announced in the middle of 2013, at the time when 16-megapixel Fuji cameras ruled. And they ruled for a very good reason, because together with this kit lens, they were wonderful. They still are. I've owned this lens several times. It keeps coming back to me when I purchase an older used Fuji. Every time this happens, I enjoy photographing with this lens, especially with the cameras of its own era. For today's sample images, I had it in front of my Fuji XA1. Together they work so well because they're both small and well in balance. There's lots to love about this lens. It is small and light, roughly 65 by 63 millimeters when collapsed, and just 195 grams. It feels feather light in front of the camera, and that makes it ideal for traveling with smaller cameras. I like how nicely it focuses and absolutely love its built-in image stabilization, which is at least 2.5 stops. It's not a very bright lens, as the largest aperture starts at f equals 3.5, but this is quite standard for kit zoom lenses. The lens takes 58mm filters and is all plastic. So is the lens mount. You need to be careful when changing lenses to not damage the mount. The plastic is not a problem for casual users, but after using the lens for a very long time, its mechanics may start to develop a lag as it wears out a bit. Again, not a problem for Sunday shooters. Heavy shooters will prefer Fuji XF 18-55mm lens, but this comes with a significantly higher price tag and weight, as well as narrower field of view. A link to my 18-55mm lens is in the description box. A slightly newer Fujinon XC 15-45mm lens is another Fuji kit lens, please see the link to that video below, is its direct competitor. It's even lighter and smaller, and having focal length range more in the direction of wide angle. People usually inquire how they compare to each other and which one is better. I like them both for various reasons. I think the 16-50mm is more convenient to use because it has a manual zoom and focal length markings. The 15-45 has motor-driven zoom and no focal range markings. Its motor is a bit imprecise in my hands, and so I enjoy the ergonomics of the 16-50mm lens more. However, the 15-45 has wider angle, slightly sharper image quality, and packs into a tiny size. It may also focus a bit faster. This makes me personally favor the 15-45 in most situations. This is not to say that the 16-50 is not great and you cannot take sharp images with it. I've taken some of my favorite images with it in the past. I have a habit to measure the sweet spot for all of my lenses by photographing paintings under very stable conditions. A link to how I do it is below. I measured the sweet spot at 16, 35, and 50mm. The sweet spot for 16mm focal length is 4.5. I've measured it before with other copies of the same lens, and it's been around 5 or even higher. Here 4.5 and 5 look very similar too. The sweet spot for 35mm is 6.4. I've seen the same value with another 16-50mm lens I've owned. The sweet spot for 50mm is 8. A value around 8 or 9 is what I typically see with this lens. So as you zoom in from wide angle to telephoto, the sweet spot shifts from about 5 to about 8. In conclusion, I have mostly only good things to say about this small and brave lens. It's really nice. If you have an older Fuji camera, this might be one of the best options for you. Don't immediately discard it if you have a newer camera either, especially as a backup. The lens offers a nice photography experience, and these days it's really cheap. Fuji is known for its high quality lenses. Thanks so much again for spending your valuable time with me. If you're willing to consider subscribing to my channel, this will certainly make me happy. Happy photography. Until the next time, have a great day.